Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Howdy. It wouldn't be an
Hello,
Audio
what's going
Roast
on over there?
podcast without
What was that awful word you just used?
audio roast.
Uh-huh.
I mean, live stream. Yeah. When I go to the other one, it's
Yeah.
not what I'm looking for. That's what I'm getting right there.
Back.
Okay. Well, I wasn't aware of that.
Technology,
Check-
good.
Don't mind us. We'll be with you in just a second.
All right, there's that one for you too.
All right.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
There we go.
Think we're up and running. Let me share to our social media.
There we go. That one's working. That's working too. So.
Hopefully it sounds all right out there at home on YouTube land.
That's not what I wanted. Okay, so.
What do you think of that Christmas in July music?
Hey, that was awesome.
It was something, huh?
It's actually August, right?
Hey,
Yeah, well.
typical us.
Details.
Late.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to say hello so that we know that you are here.
Different TV?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, maybe.
Chris Press is here. Dang it, I forgot to put on my band shirt. How's it going? It's going good.
Yeah,
I guess we are
you're
doing a
through a
little
fall.
something,
Look at
something.
Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah, you know, representing the girl bands.
And I'm in a girl band, and you're close.
I am a girl band thing.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Choose a network.
Are you getting that thing all
I'm trying.
figured out?
We were on the wrong Wi-Fi thing, so I got to get it right. Got to.
Yay, technical.
There it is. I think that'll get us where we need to be.
Right. Mrs. A is here. Hello, I'm here, but busy in the kitchen. Won't be chatting much. That's all right. Tell us what you got cooking. Good looking. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Nothing, huh?
No, I'm just.
Hank Williams Sr.
Yeah, I know.
No, sure you do.
All right, let's try this.
Yes, let's do try that.
Switch the show. This is not what I'm used to, dude.
How are you not used to it? Oh. You just hit a couple wrong buttons.
Ahead. Okay.
There we go.
Alrighty. You think by
Does that
now.
look more familiar?
That does look more familiar.
Plug that dude in so she don't die on you.
This one or that? This
So
one?
this
Okay.
one, that one's already got a thing. Right there.
This one over
We're gonna train this boy up yet. Canning
All right.
tomatoes tonight. Yeah, so I guess our garden has been popping off. Me and my friend Kim Garmery do a community garden together, and she has got, I think she's up to, I don't remember if it's 27 or 37 pounds of tomatoes so far. And I'm like, good Lord, he planted too much. She's like, I know. So,
My mom was talking about her garden today.
yeah,
Yeah. You like pickles?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Dill.
Dill? My mom's got dill pickles that she's
Perfect.
canned. Well, homemade dill pickles.
I
Fresh
love
from
a
the
good
garden.
pickle.
They're not whole. They're sliced.
Oh, I'm not kosher. We're back.
Yes.
Needs to be the theme song for that cooking show. Hey, that's not a bad idea. We won't
Yeah.
license or anything, and we won't play a guitar. I'll just, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
On that cooking show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to that cooking show. Today on the show.
A brand new recipe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
It's already
well-
wearing thin on me. Oh, we need Chris Hankins to record us a version. That's what we
That's
need.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we could do like different.
We could do like a
Music,
ska
food.
version one week.
Well, we
and
could do different, like pour some sugar on me one week. You know, this food-related songs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, good
see?
looking. What you got cooking? Pour some sugar on me. What's some other?
That's it. Cherry
That's
pie.
it. Cherry pie. Yeah.
My head automatic. You see that? My head automatically goes to 80s hair bands. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot. Surely.
Yeah.
Duh.
Hey, throw us out some songs that are
Yeah.
food-related. Let's see what that.
Food-related
What happens there?
songs.
And we're not talking like Weird Al stuff. I mean, actual legit because
Because I'm fat. I'm fat.
My Bologna. You know.
My Bologna. I mean, you might as well go with Weird Al.
Yeah.
Not like there's a whole lot else coming off the tongue. Well, speaking of Weird Al,
Yeah.
I'll let you do your slide work there, sir.
There you go.
I'm just clicking.
Huh?
Surely something will happen eventually.
Maybe.
Oh, God.
Do you have it on YouTube? Are we going through like an HR? Are we going through an HR presentation or something?
Try that. Every time I try to move a slide, I'll just do it manually.
That's right.
Because that one's controlling the other computer, I think.
Yeah.
Somehow. Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens, yes.
I made mention of this on my post whenever I posted about Paul passing away. That's Pee Wee Herman. The big shiny ball.
Yeah.
It's an idea I got directly from Pee Wee Herman. That's where that's origin is. He would pull a big foil ball out of the wall. Of course, his was like, 6 foot tall.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. And we could like get people to contribute when they come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That was my little tip of the hat to Mr. Pee Wee. And now he's gone. And so are our guests.
Well,
No,
I mean,
seriously, we had guests
we
tonight,
used
and they
to.
just left. I don't know. It's not us. It's
yeah.
them.
We had guests tonight.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a line around the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mhm. Yeah.
hmm
Okay, maybe not. Let's see here. Derek Kramer, what's up, buddy? Eat It by Yankovic. Yeah. Eat it.
Eat it.
Eat it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Never mind. Moving on.
Yeah.
Is it better to eat it or beat it? Moving on.
Depends.
No, I don't want any depends to be involved.
No. Charlie Pride had a song about burgers and fries. Also, Kentucky Headhunters. Dumas Walker is pretty much
Take me down.
a food
down
song.
to Dumas Walker.
Yeah.
Let's all go down to Dumas Walker. Something about the stars and the something. Bring it on down to my baby and me. It's been way
It's
too
like
many
I'm
years.
right at the
if it was
concert,
on the
dude.
radio, I would know every word.
It's like I'm right at the concert, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah,
tell you
right,
what.
Get your cigarette lighters.
So there's also Margaritaville,
Oh God!
Cheeseburger in Paradise. You
Oh,
wanna go that
God.
direction?
You went down south to
I did.
retirement to
Lime
Shady
and-
Pines.
Lime in the coconut.
Put the lime in the coconut.
You drink 'em. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. It could be a thing.
Yep. There you go. Hey, Amanda. Amanda Sab says cheeseburger in paradise.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Great minds think alike, right, Minna?
Paradise. Yeah, there's got to be some other. I feel like we're
Yeah.
missing something like, oh, duh.
Totally obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Hey guys, what's up, Amanda Sab, Amanda Panda? I hope it's that speaker. I hope I don't really sound like this.
You don't.
Okay.
Your voice is very sultry and silky.
In this room, it sounds like I sound like this, and now it sounds terrible.
Cherry Pie says Mike McWhorter. Wait, that isn't about food.
Well, it is sort of. It's.
Yeah, right.
I doubt any
so
of them.
bye, bye,
Bye,
Miss
Miss
American
American
Pie.
Yeah. Nope. We're not doing that.
Nothing, honey.
Hey, Mike McWhorter, are you actually going to go to the Gilloys to see?
He said, I saw, I've screenshotted this. This
Yes.
is how into this I am. I forgot the date, but I think he said like August 28th
Yeah,
or
it's the
something
end of
like
this
that.
month. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's going down. And I want to be there.
We ought to do a man on the street interview when he comes out.
Man on the street, my butt, I want to be right next to him in the theater, being like, I told you.
Yeah.
When he's like, oh, this is great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he'll sound just like that too.
Yeah, he does all the time.
All the time. When I think Mike McWhorter, I think Mickey Mouse. Something in the water, man. I don't know what's going on tonight. It's going down, so yes, happening on September 29th. There you go. I
Okay,
knew it was
yeah.
28, 29, something.
Well, at the end of August is what's his face? Craig Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson.
Yeah.
Another person I pay homage to on the show.
Yeah.
And we're never going to say, but
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're fans.
Let's hope he doesn't die before we get a chance to see him.
What's that?
I said, let's hope he doesn't die before we get a chance to see him.
For real.
Yeah.
Or cancel.
Uh-huh.
Tom Kiefer canceled at Lampe. He was somewhere in Indiana tonight and Lampe, Oklahoma tomorrow, and he
Right.
canceled. I was like, man, which I didn't have tickets.
Yeah, I saw
but
a
would
post.
love to
Who
have seen
posted
Tom
something
Kiefer.
about that? Yeah.
Yeah. I love Tom Kiefer.
Is it Tom Kiefer's Cinderella?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's just Tom Kiefer.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Right.
obviously, yeah.
I'm sure he's doing Cinderella
Oh,
songs.
yeah. He's
Because you
had
know what,
solos.
hardcore fans of the '80s, they want to hear your new stuff.
Right, yes. That's what they live for. You don't believe me?
That's right.
King Gun Symphony.
Yep.
And Dirty Saints. And everybody else. Everybody. We're all stuck in the 80s. Totally tubular, man. How's everybody's weekend been? Anybody do anything fun? I went swimming in my apartment pools for the first time in 3
Really?
years. Yep, everybody's like, well, you got a pool. You pay for the damn thing. You might as well use it.
Might as well.
I
I mean,
quickly
except for
learned
the.
why I don't use it anymore. They raise the rent, and then raise the rent, and it's gone downhill, and way downhill.
Really.
Ugh.
See, I'd be more
I think I
worried
need a
about.
hepatitis C shot after getting out of there.
I'd be more worried about the tenants being in there. I don't know what they are like. You know,
So,
It's public pools kind of
bad.
freak me out.
Not
you
bad.
know?
Not bad.
Seems
but,
like a little petri dish of some sort.
Right.
Of,
Yeah. So here's
walk out of
here's
here
the
with a
thing,
clap
right?
or something.
In retrospect, I should have realized. You know when you're like, oh, I really want to go to this restaurant. Everybody's
Right.
talking all about it. You pull up and there's no cars, and you're doing the
Yeah.
Am I getting goozled here? What's the
Is
deal?
there
Why is there
downtime
no
or
other
is,
car?
you know,
So
people?
we get to the pool. There's nobody, and this is a Saturday afternoon. It's like 90 degrees. I'm like, I mean, surely there's going to be some kids or something. Nobody. I'm like, dang it! I should have taken that as a sign. We got in. I was like, ugh. I need a shower yesterday.
So what was wrong with it? Was there like scummy stuff on
No,
the top, or
so
was it just?
the tiles are coming apart, and there's
Okay.
like where the cement is behind the tile. Yeah, it's like got scummy grossness, and just the paint's chipping off the bottom. Like, just drain the thing and redo it.
Yeah. I mean, at least during like the maybe fall months when they do actually drain it, they should probably do some upkeep on it. But
Yeah, they should.
they should.
Yeah, I'm not even convinced that they drain it.
But you live in like a really bad part of town. And,
Oh
you know,
yeah, on the
it's
south
just-
side, man. You know that south
Yeah.
side stuff.
Mhm.
Ooh. It's where the roughnecks are. Let's see here. Mike also says, oh yeah, I forgot about the super delay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cinderella needs to do one last tour with Sebastian LeBar, Jeff's son, on guitar, and close the book on it. Yes, I agree. Sebastian LeBar was awesome, and I would have loved to have seen him one more round with Cinderella. But yeah, I hear great things about his son Jeff. So yeah. Oh, here you go.
Okay.
Vegetable King's X.
All right.
Fake fan. You saw it right there first.
Well, that's on one of their later albums.
Uh-huh.
I'm more up to like Faith, Hope, Love, Dogman, and then after Dogman,
What,
they
so you're
started.
saying you're stuck in the 80s?
No, they started changing their tone, their stuff. So, it's,
Oh, so you're saying
More-
they're not
more
what
of
they
the-
used to be?
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just
that's
saying
what
I
I'm
am more interested in their earlier work.
Okay. No, I get that. Let's see here. Derek says, took a visit to that soapy fountain downtown. New best Springfield attraction. Soapy fountain downtown. Somebody put a bottle of Dawn dish soap in Park Central Square or what?
That or a bum's bath.
Oh, God.
With the homeless
Oh.
around town, we
Oh.
definitely need to have something.
Time
to-
out.
Well,
I didn't
okay.
even realize. I'm not even done with the swimming pool story.
Oh, are you not? Okay, so let's back up.
You guys, I wish I had a picture. I have a picture, but it's not worth all the it takes to get it up here. Can you take the picture-in-picture thing off?
Okay.
So, our apartment complex is a big square.
Right.
In the middle of the square is where the pool is, and it's attached to where the office is. Around that is like a C-shaped duck pond with, like koi fish, and we used to have a albino catfish in there, like, attraction fish.
Right.
This dad and his two sons had fishing poles and were trying to fish out of it.
Are you serious?
Yes. And so then all my friends are, shut up, because I kept going, hope your rod gets stuck. Hope you hook your eye. And they're like, shut up. And I'm like, I'm serious. How stupid you got to be? Like, this thing is like a foot deep, and it's, so they're on a sidewalk with a, 5-foot fence, and they're going over to be able to fish. And I'm like, what are you going to do when you catch
They're
something?
casting over the fence?
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
like, oh
what
my God,
idiots.
the level is stupid. The level is stupid. And I said, you might as well, I keep wanting to say swim. You might as well fish in the hot tub. I mean, I was just going off. I'm
And how did they
that's
react?
Stupid. Because I'm like, where's the damn office when you need it? Why can't
Right.
it be open on a Saturday afternoon? Anyway, so sure enough, they keep getting hung up because there's bushes and stuff, like ornamental bushes.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep getting caught up in that. So finally, he goes around the pond, and I'm like, oh, here he comes to the hot tub. He's going to fish in the hot tub. And now he's literally on the deck and fishing from the other side of the pond, like a foot away from the hot tub. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, my God. I've never wanted to push people in the pond so bad. I was like, how stupid do you have to be?
Did they even acknowledge what you were saying, or were they just ignoring it?
No, but I was ready to fight.
things that set
over
you
something
off.
that I don't even control.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, how dumb.
I mean, yeah, it's stupid and they shouldn't be doing it, but
but then I was like, well, I mean, there's no signs.
Right.
You should just freaking know. Let me catch these koi fish. This is
right,
great.
it's like those warnings you see like on chainsaws where they say don't put your face in the chainsaw.
Right, yeah,
It's like, well, someone had to have done it
Where,
at what
exactly.
point.
Where's Bill Engvall when needed it?
Right.
Here's your
Yeah.
sign. I met him and got his autograph.
Did you?
So I was on my 14th birthday here in Springfield, and I still have this in
Did you have a
storage.
huge crush on him when you were 14?
Oh God, no. I had a white cowboy hat, and I had him sign it, and I wasn't like familiar with meeting famous people.
Right.
So my dad had his checkbook. This is the 90s. And in his checkbook, he always kept a pen. So I had a blue ballpoint pen. And I go, can you sign my hat? And he signs my hat. I look at it. I'm like, this guy looks like shit. And so then somebody else had a Sharpie and was like, can I borrow that? And I was like, hey, can you sign this? He goes, I already did. I'm like, I know, but I can't see it. He was like getting kind of snappy. And then he handed it back to me and he smiled. And I was
Aw.
like, sorry, I didn't mean to be a bad
Did
person.
he say, here's your hat?
Yeah. Here's your hat. Yep. Fishing in a freaking pond, in a koi pond. I'm dumb. Okay, I'm over it now.
Okay.
For now. Mike says public pools as a kid meant fun. Public pools as an adult means pee and floating band-aids. And I would still rather do that 365 days versus one day in a cattle poop filled creek, river, whatever, and all the pee and poop and crap that goes in that.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not a river guy. Sorry, not a lake guy either. Give me all the chlorine. I commented on this week's ago. The new CD is still very weak. Oh, the King's
Yeah,
X.
the new King's X CD. You know, it is very much a departure from their original style.
Are they still all the same members?
All the same members, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
creatively a little bit different.
Yeah, creatively, I mean, they've evolved over the years, and if you listen to their whole discography, you hear the evolution. If you aren't familiar with like those later middle years, then it's like one style and then something completely different. But it's more palatable if you are familiar and you're following the journey with them.
Gotcha.
Still not their best work, but
Makes sense.
I agree. I would say it's weak.
Makes sense. Derek says, I think they poured a few billion Dawn soap in. Thing had soap going across the entire square. Are you serious? Was this like
I have no idea. Please elaborate what this is all about.
Some
Was there
butthead kid, or was this like a event, or what's?
Honestly, I think they may have been trying to clean the homeless. Have you seen the square lately?
No.
I Uber down there.
I'm terrified of downtown.
I
hate it.
Uber down there quite a bit, picking up people going downtown and stuff. The square is just basically a homeless park now.
Really?
It really is.
Golly.
And teenagers on skateboards, but they look like street kids. They don't look like just kids that's going downtown. It looks
Right.
like young homeless and old homeless. It's really
I
quite
hate that.
sad. It's
Yeah.
it's a problem in this city, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Big time. Let's get into that.
Not. No. I have my thoughts. I've expressed my thoughts.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do something funny.
Yeah.
At least they got good tans. And they're relatively, thin and fit.
Oh Lord.
Say what you
Chris
want about
Preston.
homelessness.
He was. Oh yeah, Christy was there.
What?
She says he was definitely ready to punch a kid.
Who?
I was me.
Oh,
The
was she
fishing
there?
kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I would have fought the dad first, but I
Okay.
mean, if the kid would have swung, would have
Hey,
dropped the people's
you
elbow.
come at me like a man, you're going to be treated like a man.
I've said it before.
I say the same thing with a woman. If she's coming to a man and ready
That's
to
what I'm
hit,
talking about.
she's going to get hit back.
I'm not like a turn the other cheek fella.
No.
I'm like a ball my fist up fella.
That's right.
Love you, Mom. Let's see here. See how much hot water that gets us into. Mike says Josh is comparing putting on a frog in boiling water.
Putting a frog.
Huh?
Putting a frog.
A frog in boiling water. Heat up slowing until it's a late for the frog.
It's too late for the frog.
Until it's too late for the frog.
Yeah.
That's what King Zex did to us.
Yeah.
Jeremiah
You know what?
was
You know
a
the analogy,
bullfrog.
right?
No.
If you toss a frog in a pot of hot water, it'll just jump right out. But if you put a frog in a cold water and gradually heat it up, it'll just let itself boil to death.
I'll be damned.
And that's what he's talking about. And I see the analogy, and I can't say you're too far off. If
No, I
you are a
want you
fan
to-
of the early
I
stuff,
want you to see his analogy and then raise him in an analogy.
raise him an analogy.
Yes.
Let me think about that. It's like practicing guitar. When you first start guitar, your fingers are going to get cut. They're going to bleed. They're going to hurt. But as you play and play and play, you're not going to have those things. You're going to become desensitized to it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What a terrible analogy.
But you can appreciate and you can see the skill more as time goes on.
Yeah.
So what maybe early simple stuff throughout practice and time.
So you're saying
Becomes
they've gotten
more
more
skill-
complex and therefore diluted.
I wouldn't say diluted. I would say
Therefore, it's a bad analogy.
no. His analogy is that it's bad. I'm saying their analogy is different.
Gotcha.
I'm not now. What they're doing is different. Not that it's bad. It's just
Just
it's
not what it
different.
started
It's not what it
as.
was.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of early King's X, you will not like their new album.
Fair. News. Ryan Gosling is dead. No, I'm just kidding. John Gosling, no relation, I think. The Kinks keyboardist, dead at 75.
The Kinks had a keyboardist.
That's what I wondered too. Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
He sure was. Was a good friend of mine.
I kicked his little ass 'cause he's trying to catch some bass in my backyard pond. Singing, kick some little shits square in the butt. I don't know. I got
Alrighty. Hey, we got some comments.
Yeah, I love it. Steve Hart's here. Hey, Steve. Jared breaking out the wrestling moves. Sure enough, brother. Oh yeah, brother. Give him a leg drop
Yeah.
right across the fishing rod. Sorry. I should have proofread that one.
You should have.
Nah, it's way more entertaining when you don't.
You know, almost every text I send or post I make,
text I send. Everything we say tonight's gonna be
I have to like send a follow up text saying no, I meant this, because I do a lot of voice to text,
Yeah.
and it
I was listening
Yeah.
to your voice to text the other night.
Mhm.
I was like, you realize this would be like 10 times faster if you just went like this? Because you have to do like the blah, 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 period, space. And then I took his fishing pole, comma, and then I stuck it up his period. You know, like it's.
suck it up as period. Got it. No, see, I do a lot while I'm driving, so I don't want to go do this.
Right. That's a thing now.
Yeah.
It's now a law.
Yeah.
No more of that. In
You're not
Missouri.
supposed to do any of that.
Not
and,
supposed to do that.
And boy, have I seen a change.
Oh,
Everybody's got their
yeah.
phones down.
Everybody I see keeps going like this. No, they just keep going like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guilty. Oh shoot, we were talking about talk to text. and
Talk
now
to text, yeah.
shoot.
But that's my issue. Is that's my phone doesn't understand me.
So you know how are you a emoji user at all?
Sometimes when
So
I'm
you know
feeling
how
flirty.
like it shows you your most commonly used, so that's right there for
Right.
ease. I need that on the keyboard and the asterisk button to
Yes.
be right there because I'll send a paragraph and then I'll see a typo and I'll asterisk this is what it meant and then I'll keep reading and I'm another asterisk and another.
Yeah.
I'm like I should have proofread before I hit send, but they'll understand.
Right.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
do because we all do it. Let's see here. Jeremy says Bruce Dickinson is 65 today. He still has a few high notes. Maiden still has high bar. Set a high bar. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Bruce, he's the man.
I love Bruce. I love singing Bruce too. 65. Crazy.
Yeah. You know, I know him mostly from his airline work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We do be having a lot of that up in the air.
Yeah, he
time.
does. He does fly. He was an airline pilot for a while.
Flies high as the sun.
No, I mean he has a pilot's license.
I know.
Yeah.
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 I know.
I think his best work is.
What, you think it's just a
flying-
costume he wears on
No.
stage? I mean, maybe. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Voice to text is wrong 90% of the time, and we are to believe we landed on the moon in 69. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Basementers, anybody? Basement? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Sold. News. Boxer Butterbean is down 200 pounds. I actually don't believe that. I'd have to see. You don't know who Butterbean is?
I know Butterbean is.
Yeah. I mean, if he's got cancer, and believe it. I'm sorry I said that. But if he's got cancer, I believe it. Otherwise, I don't know. He's been a big boy his whole life.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He's down 200 pounds. He lost, or he's at 200 pounds.
Yeah, it says down 200 pounds, so I.
Yeah. Okay. Clarify. Does that mean he's lost
I'm
200
trying to
pounds,
make
or
up
he's at
everyone
200?
else being quiet tonight. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for being a friend.
End your comments. Are you fixing that speaker? Maybe that'll help.
All right. Oh, that's
That's a little bit better. A little more sultry.
A little sultry. I bumped
Yeah.
up the lows, turned down the high.
Yeah. I'm more about the middles. You got to scoop those out sometimes.
Yeah. I scooped them all the way out. Ain't got no
Yeah.
middle button.
Say it slowly.
We don't need any mids, yeah. Leave it to me to go right to Tina Turner.
Of course.
Here we go. Check your messages, Josh. Oh yeah, I got one.
Oh, okay. So I'm there we go. Butterbean. Oh, interesting. He does look like a butterbean.
Let me see. Wow, that's wild. And I want to say he looks the same, but he kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
Like his face looks like a regular old man.
Mm-hmm.
He always had, and I assume it's from the weight, but his skin was always so tight that he just had that like kid-like face.
Right.
You know. We're checking our photos. Oh my lord. Okay, I gotta put these up here on the thing. Oh
No.
my god.
What?
That's real.
What?
No. Fucking way. Oh yeah, we gotta put these up here. Hang on, I got.
Okay, I have. Are you just gonna like surprise me with these, or
I'll do it from this thing. Let me see if I can figure this out.
okay?
This is gonna be worth it, I promise. Send me that one too.
Okay. Okay, never mind. This is production work, guys.
Yeah, this
Uh-huh.
is
This is to enhance your
consider
show.
this a peek into the.
This is going to enhance your show enjoyment.
Yeah.
Why not?
Jared, are you ready for the new GNR tune that is supposed to come out soon? I've been ready for a new GNR tune since the last one came out. Love it. Yeah, I'm
You
actually
thinking that one
super
to you?
stoked for it. What?
I think that went to you.
Thank you, sir.
You're worth it. You're worth it. You're welcome. And you're worth it.
That was weird. Log in. Do.
Yeah. Well, was it any good? He said he heard part of it the other day, and
Huh?
GNR, that new GNR song. Well, let's go to the next comment.
I'll let you read that.
Random thing in my head, but I can't stop watching old Narkill.
Minarkill, Jackass
Jackson's
songs.
Jackass song. Yeah.
Skeletor, Beastman, and Mustard Man are still some of the funniest things ever to me. I'm not that familiar. I'm familiar, obviously, with the theme song. Are you talking about songs that they used in the TV show, like underneath of the gags and stuff?
I don't know. I never was a Jackass fan.
Oh man, I was. That hit hard for me. I was a junior and senior in high school.
Mhm.
The dumbest that I've ever been in my life, so we're all about it.
Okay. You were still into wrestling at that time, right?
Oh
okay.
yeah. Brother.
You want me to go down to the next?
Yeah.
Here. I'll drive the bus for a second.
Okay.
So, Mr. Hart says that new GNR song is about 20 minutes long. I heard part of it the other day. Who needs 20 minutes of GNR song? I know you, but you're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I do hope it's not 20 minutes and all in one, but
Then he says, I didn't hear enough of it to say whether it's basic. When I asked if it was any good.
I haven't heard any of it. I'll have to check it out.
Well, it's 20 minutes long, so you could listen to it and do some editing and maybe be close to done by the time.
Who they
Who
do?
do you think
I
they
don't
are,
want
Kansas?
that.
What in the world? I'm not doing that.
100 years later. No, I am.
You guys should do a live broadcast from 1984 arcade. What do you think about that, Jared?
Sounds noisy.
Yeah.
Love the idea, though.
Yeah, we should do like a 1984 theme thing at the arcade.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Now then I can choose. All right, we're going to be adding some pictures now, kids.
Yeah. So I can like choose between what's at the bottom.
I don't know. Can't see.
A crack.
Crack.
Yeah, it's not broken. It's the phone. All right, let's go to this comment here. Brandon Dicko used to do
If
the
that is his real name.
yeah used to do these freestyles with members of CKY, Random, Farty ass,
Farty ass.
Humor, but he is probably one of my favorite members in that. That's kind of like a second language to me because I don't realize any of the references.
Parlez-vous anglais? All right, and let's get that. There we go. Get that guy uploaded.
And Mike McQuarter says, GNR has followed the route of King's X. Started out strong and fizzled out.
Well, I mean, there was a 20-year plus,
Yeah.
but I'm a huge fan of Chinese democracy, so I'm not jumping on that
Right.
train. Now, Spaghetti Incident, I'll give you that one. Okay, so let's head over here. Nope, that's not the right thing.
Nope.
Well, it's going to pop up anyway, because how slow things are.
Some of these pictures, dude.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Is that real?
That's real. That's the square.
R square?
That's
Wow.
literally the thing. So this,
So
Up
what
here.
happened?
I don't know.
Let's hide. And hide.
This is way more fun for us than it is for you, I know. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, but something.
I don't know. Wow. Can we get some details on this?
I
Does
know,
anyone
for
know
real.
what this
we
all
need,
about?
We need breaking news here.
Did someone put too much
I already have,
detergent in the
I already have a
dishwasher?
conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, here's another shot of it.
Was there a foam party?
That's what I'm saying. It's like taking it to the streets.
Someone probably put a lot of soap in that. Well, I mean, obviously,
You know what my conspiracy theory on this is?
it's to get the homeless clean.
Not just the homeless.
Butterbean.
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 He washed all the fat away.
My gosh.
I don't know. Yeah, he looks great. He looks good. Wonder what his secret was to losing all that weight.
Probably low carb.
Probably so.
Yeah. Hey, it works.
Don't look just like him.
Here, I'll do the other side.
He's not making you a loser. There you go. The things we do for
Oh my
all
gosh.
these views.
Yeah.
Let us get back to the comments. Click off of that. Go over here.
There we are.
Good grief, it takes so long. Speaking of GNR, what do you guys think of Buckethead? Phenomenal, especially in the GNR album he played on. What do you think?
Yeah, and Buckethead's an amazing guitarist.
I love Buckethead. Buckethead is awesome. I like Bumblefoot better.
Yeah.
But not bad. And his Buckethead's contribution to Chinese democracy was pretty big. So it's kind of hard to be mad at him. Because I ain't. See if I can.
Switch to the other camera. Oh, yeah. There's that handsome man.
The things we do for the views. Oh, they're probably getting like all kinds of echo. I don't need it.
Probably.
Check on this too. Yep. What else?
Yeah, well.
How was Marty's this weekend?
You know, I went and I hung out with Cham, which had a chance to see friends, old bandmates.
I'm gonna
It
tell him
was-
that you called him old.
We are. No one's denying that. No one's under. No one that I hung out with that was really under 50. the,
I mean, that's
the guys that I saw this
so
weekend.
you're saying I'm your young friend.
You're the whippersnapper in the bunch.
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, the the second band I was in town was called One Old Man, and it's posted on my Facebook. You know, that collage behind me, and that was back in '98,
Oh wow.
and it was named after the acoustic guitar player and primary songwriter of the band. His name is Mike Schmitz, and he was the old man of the group.
Okay.
Everybody in the band currently is older than what he was
then.
at the time.
Yeah.
He was in
Isn't that wild?
mid 40s, and now everybody is in their 50s from the band.
Yep.
Like, wow.
Yeah. It's
If I had known that 40 was not as old as it was, I would have.
You would have
We
never.
probably would
been
have
named that.
rethought names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we were a bunch of 20s somethings, and we got a 40-something-year-old player in the band. It's like,
Right.
it's one old man.
One old man.
But you got to see Cham, who was the lead singer of What's Next, and got to hang out with Paul Carson, who I've for 20 years have been playing with, and
Yeah.
it's just good to reconnect. And we are The What's Next reunion is
Still a
not
thing?
dead. We just, with Paralandra and everything else that everybody's got going on, it's really hard to find a time. So,
I think I forgot how to drink.
yeah. So once Paralandra has a little break,
Yeah.
we're gonna plan something. Everybody's really into it.
Good. Good. Glad there's still interest in that because I know that's something that is special for everybody
Yeah.
involved. So, Steve Hart says Butterbean should go to wrestling. He looks like the Throws. Funny story. He was actually in WWF back. In
He
the day.
was. I remember that.
Butterbean.
Yeah.
What do you remember about it?
I know he wore didn't he wear the American flag boxing
He did.
boxers?
He did. I mean, he wore that regularly.
Yeah, he
anyway,
as a
boxing match.
wrestler, yeah.
But it was one match, and it wasn't a wrestling match. It was in a tournament that. So okay, we know that wrestling is like.
Mm-hmm.
But this tournament was full of wrestlers, and it
Mhm.
was called the Brawl for All.
Right.
And one of the wrestling writers had this great idea. Yeah, but what if we do it and it's for real? And so they had wrestlers, professional wrestlers, like boxing, but not boxing. It was like they had MMA gloves. This
Mhm.
is like early days of UFC. Like
Right.
UFC 1 and 2 was just a thing. And so they had all these people knocking each other out, giving each other legitimate injuries. And Butterbean got in there with the guy that won the whole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole tournament's over, and like people are out on injury, and it's bad.
Right.
The person they thought was going to win didn't win because they thought, oh, this guy will be the shoe-in because he's like legit strong.
Right.
And then once he wins the legit fight, we'll be able to like look at this tough guy, in wrestling. And he lost.
Yeah.
So the guy that wins, 6 months go by, they don't do anything. Finally, at a pay-per-view, they bring in Butterbean for this winner to face.
Right.
Now this winner has beat out like all these wrestlers that are like big guys,
Mhm,
right? Butterbean goes, knocks him out cold. I'm
Wow.
like, damn! It was crazy, and that was Butterbean's one match in wrestling.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean it was. It's funny now, but also funny because it wasn't me.
Right.
But I mean, he just out like a light, one
Man.
punch. I'm like, damn, that was crazy. Let's see here. You guys interested in Danzig and his stuff? I'm hoping they do another Misfits tour somewhere before he quits.
Mother.
I'm glad it's not just me. I hate Danzig.
I am not.
Sorry, my bandmates love Danzig. So
It's-
Derek, you know all the guys in Eye the Witch, and we tease all the time at band practice about, hey, maybe we should do some Danzig, King Danzig. And I'm like, it's the Eye of the Witch. Yeah.
To
he's
me-
just a bad Elvis
Yeah,
impersonator.
I was
to me.
just about to say it's metal Elvis. It's Melvis.
Melvis.
It's Melvis.
Yeah.
We can go on together. With suspicious mind. Oh, mother.
Father! Yeah.
Not a fan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that to your guy, but sorry. No, I'm not. He sucks. Throw out another one though. I'm sure we
That's
got
right.
more in common.
We'll trash more of your
Yeah.
favorites. Come on. That's what we're here to
You'll
do.
be dying to come back next week.
That's right.
Steve says Butterbean was fun to watch. He could hit really hard. Yeah, big time. I actually just rewatched. This is crazy that we're talking and how we got into this, and this is not something I normally do. I just watched. Can't remember what year it was from. Tyson versus Botha, who is a guy from South Africa, and it was a wild fight. There was a lot of cheating going on and stuff. Tyson, like, they'd lock up or whatever, and Tyson would take his arm under his arm and like twist him and like trying to mess his arm up, and the guy's like, what the, and like he's hitting him as the rest like trying to break it up. It's
Yeah.
nasty. And the whole time Botha, and he's just kind of almost a Butterbean, but not like
Right.
fat like Butterbean was, but like a big guy. Somebody, if you were at a bar or a pub, you'd be like, yeah, not that guy. So anyway, and so Mike is all up here, like this, and he's hardly even punching, and every now and then he'll get in there real quick or whatever, and Botha's just like down here with his arms down here. That's how confident he is against Mike Tyson.
Right.
I'm like, dude, 6 rounds I think it is that they go, and I'm like, I mean, the Botha guy's holding his ground, and he's getting some good licks in every now and then, and all of a sudden, here it comes, and Botha's like punching at him or whatever. He steps back, and
Gave Tyson an opening.
Tyson does this like step back, go into you, punch, bam, caught him right on the chin, and he just dropped like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, one punch.
Mm-hmm.
He was waiting for his one punch. And the whole time, Mike's corner guys were getting mad at Mike legitimately because they're like, give him a left hook or, put your arms up. And he's telling him all these instructions. He's ignoring everything.
Yeah.
And like his people are getting pissed at him. Like, what are you doing? Like, we will throw the towel in. Like, you've got to listen. And he just stayed the course.
Yeah.
Boom. Sure enough, as soon as he saw it, done deal. Like, damn. And that was like a 300-pound guy.
Yeah.
Golly.
Tyson was amazing, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Another one I watched recently, I can't remember his opponent, but it was Muhammad Ali. And he was going against, I can't remember his name now. It was another black guy, and the black guy, you know how in UFC now you see like the press conference or whatever, and it's the two of them like facing off and talking trash. Well, it used to be kind of like that, but without the talking trash thing.
Right.
The other guy was referring to Muhammad Ali as, well, I probably shouldn't even say it because this is going on Facebook. But anyway, Cassius Clay is what he's calling him. And he's like, I can't believe you, of all people, are calling me that. And he's like, you're going to call me by my real name, at, in that ring, or else. And sure, same thing. So the guy comes in hot. He's at Muhammad Ali, just punch, punch, punch. And Muhammad's just doing this, missing him like by that much every time. And he goes like this, bam, one punch, done deal.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, man. Tyson and Ali were like awesome to watch back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So good, man. And what made it so entertaining was that they were able to back their claims.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you better call me by my name.
Right.
Okay. Yep. Sure will. Crazy. LOL, I get that completely. Can't agree, though. I got Misfits, Sam Hain, and Danzig all over my room. Nice. I just went blank on his name. Golly, what's the lead singer's name of the Misfits? Doyle. My band Death May Die, we opened up for Doyle when they were here in Springfield. Funniest load-in I've ever seen in my life. So we're loading in at the ballroom, and it's like, for those that play there, it's the stairs, the big ramp that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
The stairs you have to walk up and all that. Terrible load-in, right? So we get there, and Doyle's already loaded in. There's road cases galore. I'm like, oh, this will be a fun show. And it's like a circle pit in the middle of the room. Keep in mind, this is hours before the bar opens. So it's like a circle of road cases. In the middle of that circle, what do you suppose there was?
I'm not sure what.
Doyle on a full weight bench. They loaded up all through there. A literal weight bench, dumbbells, the whole thing.
Right.
So that he could warm up before the show. Okay, princess. It was the craziest
Right.
load I've ever seen.
I mean,
so
you
we
could-
walk in, and there's a circle of road cases.
Yeah.
And every now and then we'll see
Some hands
some
coming up
hands
with the
go
bar.
with like some weights in it. And we're like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And it's Doyle. No shirt, just pumping iron.
Oh my
and I'm like,
gosh.
this is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen. So yeah,
All right, I
those
mean-
poor roadies, man, they earn their keep.
Yeah,
I mean, to take dumbbells and all that way, just so your guy can do it like 10, however many reps before the show. And I'm like,
they're
oh,
getting paid, I guess.
Yeah,
So
like,
it's
it's
part of the
wild.
job, but
It's crazy. Mother, they'll tell not to look away. Hey, look who's joining us. Julia Cobbs here. What's up, my friend? Woo! All right, I'm here. Did I miss wrestling talk? Oh yeah, we covered Brawl for All, Butterbean, Tyson, all the wrestling greats.
only a couple of that I knew about. So
Yeah.
it always misses me. The wrestling talk always misses me.
Let's see here. My good buddy right there. Oh yes! Can't have him without.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to cover up my Paul Bear, though. Oh, yes! I'm, like, such a fan of this guy, and he's just a manager.
Right.
He's great. Was. All Derek says there's this lesser known band that I've been getting into called Trauma. Mainly their first album, Scratch and Scream, from the 80s. Vocals are pretty high like that King Diamond stuff sometimes. I've never heard of that, but I definitely will check it out. In fact, I'm going to write it down.
Trauma.
Trauma. Trauma!
If you like those high screechy vocals, you might like the group Nitro. Do you know Nitro?
Don't know.
No. Bobby Rock, Michelangelo, like something Gillette or Jim Gillette, I think is the name of the
Sounds like a wrestling name right there.
yeah.
And in this corner, Jim Gillette.
Anyway, Nitro. They have two albums I know of, early 80s. The guy boasted having an 8-octave range, and he would like the guitar magazines. He would post videos of or post advertisements on how to learn to have an 8-octave range. Really long blonde hair.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The original Ken Tamplin.
Now, don't be hating on my Ken.
Oh,
Ken
yeah.
doesn't sing like that operatic.
Oh, he sure
type,
tries.
but he doesn't sound like King Diamond.
Oh,
He
you're
doesn't
not
do that.
wrong. I just love
Ken
Boo-Boo.
has a great voice. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
He is kind of cheesy on his
Yeah,
videos.
he's got a great voice, let me tell you.
Oh. You just haven't heard the right stuff.
Oh.
You've only seen his videos. You've seen his videos. You haven't heard his albums.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe produced and
Yeah.
reined in.
He sounds a lot like David Coverdale. The Magdalene album was amazing. His Shout stuff was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
A band that I think it was either Julie or Steeman, if I remember right, had mentioned was I think they're called Thunder. I'd never heard of them, but I like a lot of their stuff.
Right.
If I remember right, it kind of reminded me of like a AC/DC or something.
Right.
Derek also says Cliff Burton played in it a few years before Metallica, so it's got some really good bass solos in it too. Nice. That would be good. Bass solo, take one. I wish Cliff was still here. Julie says, wait, is Jim Gillette the guy who married and divorced Lita Ford?
Could be. I mean, they looked a lot alike. He had the long, straight blonde hair, too.
Gillette and Ford. Now there's which last name do you take?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So Julie says, I love Thunder. Dirty Love is a favorite. Yeah, that might have been the one that you guys suggested on a 7 for 7, but I can't remember. That seems right. I just remember they were all in like blue denim, and it was an outdoor show, I think. Or the video looked like it. Cindy Lucas is here. Hey, Cindy. Dirty Love is the only Thunder song I know. Love it. I gotta give it a listen again sometime. Cindy, have you made any balls lately? Yes.
Where are you going?
Changing the slide. Oh, yeah. Want a picture in picture us?
I'll do that.
Anybody go to the fair?
I did.
How much did it set you back?
It was $20 just to get in and to park.
Really?
Yeah. 15 for the ticket. That's just one person. 5 for parking. Yeah. But you got to see carnies.
Oh, isn't that worth it?
Yeah, it is.
Hold that thought. Cindy, see, I was right. Oh, God. Speaking of Dirty Love by Thunder, Cindy said, yes, chocolate protein balls. Yummy.
Now, Cindy, are you just,
Would you
are
like
you-
to
are
try
you-
some of these chocolate protein balls?
are you trying to set us up with that one?
No, she loves balls.
and
And she loves
apparently
to make 'em and
protein.
put them in her mouth. like you would do with any
Yes, and
good food.
especially with protein, right?
Yeah. Is this whey protein or is this whey protein? It's like I'm 12 all over again.
gosh.
Okay. Julie says, were you asking about Balls? You mean one of my favorite Sparks songs, Balls? The one I get to hear them play at their live show, Balls?
Sparks are still doing live music?
Sparks still has a spark?
I wonder if Scott's going to go there.
Oh, I'm sure. If not, I'm sure he'd love to go with you. Derek says another recommendation is this band called Barn. Is that right? Barn from Idaho. Wait a minute. Is it called Barn and they're from Idaho, or are they called Barn from Idaho? Because if they're called Barn from Idaho, I'm already in. A few guys a little older than me doing death metal. Wow, nice. That's a really not fitting name for a death metal band. I kind of like that. Steven says, Puddle Jumper Days Fair, you mean? Yeah, that's the one. Cindy says, no, nothing bad. Yeah, I am not a fairgoer. For one, it's way too hot. For two, like he said, it costs you way too much for what you get. And number three, people. No thanks. Sparks are mostly live. There you go. Now, when you say mostly live, are you talking about the band members, or are you talking about the music they play is mostly live? Because if they're doing the track thing, I don't know if I can hang, man. I can. It doesn't bother me. And Derek says, LOL, just Barn. Still fits in the Idaho. There you go. That's awesome. I'll have to check it out. I'll wait for Josh to get back to tell my fair story. I don't know if I told it on the show. Yeah, go ahead and smoke. When he comes back from killing himself with a cigarette, we'll tell the story. Killing me slowly with this cigarette. Killing me slowly. Steven says, I mean, they're real old, but hanging in there. Yay, Tommy Aldridge from lots of bands. Played with Ozzy, played with all kinds of people. Just did a video a couple weeks ago on Drummeo's YouTube channel. Talk about old. The dude looks like an old beat-up pair of leather shoes and plays like a beast, like insane. So I am not at all an ageist when it comes to musicianship. There comes a point for singers where it's like, maybe not. But people that play instruments and stuff, dude, sky's the limit to me. I've seen kids play better than adults, and I've seen old people play better than a lot of people that you think are in their prime. So I dig it. I dig it a lot. And in fact, I think it's even almost more entertaining. I saw a video of Loverboy playing recently at some festival or something here in the States. And he looked just like Dusty Rhodes. You talk about Dusty Rhodes. He looks like a mix between Dusty Rhodes and your generic 80s truck driver. And but he was still hitting the notes. Especially the big one. What's the line? Learn to light my way. He kind of hit it. Not exactly on the same key, but you know, several steps down, but on pitch. So I was impressed. Chris says, is 7 songs in 7 days going to be coming back? Also covering covers. Here's my big answer for that, my friend. I hope. More on that in just a few. All right. Welcome back. Telling you something about today. Everything's a song. Oh wow. Oh, by all means, now's the time.
Yeah, well,
All right, I'm gonna ask the people if I've told this story, because if I've already told it, then I won't do it again. I don't want to be like that other used to be channel.
are you talking about when you went and saw Bono for the first time? Went to his house and saw his.
Isn't that the story he was telling when he died?
Probably.
We can laugh
We
because
could.
he lived.
He lived, yes.
But
But we were in cardiac crisis.
yeah,
at
oh my
one
god,
point.
that'll never be topped as far as the craziest thing that's ever happened during an audio roast. You've never seen Dan Fritz? I'll say his name because we even made a shirt out of it.
Yep.
That's how lowbrow we are. You almost died. Here's a T-shirt. It was like the highest selling T-shirt.
Yeah. I remember I got my my stethoscope and my blood pressure cuff for, and I brought
went back
medication.
and watched that episode. I mean, it's been 6 months or so now, but I watched that. Dude, kudos to you and I.
Yeah.
We kept the train on the tracks, and I mean, if you were really paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
you knew something was wrong.
Right.
But if you're just like casually watching, you would have had no idea.
Yeah.
Like the camera cuts and like just hearing him talk and like we were trying to make up for things and oh yeah, what do you think? Whoever the other guest was, I don't even remember who
Right.
the other guest was. But we're getting off of him kind of thing as he's like
Yeah.
having his event. Anyway,
I guess speaking of Dan and Tara, they told me Friday night, and they said I could say something
did
about
say?
it. They did.
Okay,
I said,
all right.
"Now, do I need to keep this quiet?" She goes, "No."
okay,
They bought Bugsy Malone's
2 bars.
2 bars.
Marty Sports Bar.
It's going to be
Bugsy
just
Malone.
Bugsy's. They're changing it just to Bugsy's.
Bugsies.
Yeah. So now, if you like drinking at a Fritz establishment, you've got 2 options here in this town.
No. If you like drinking at a Fritz establishment, get there early because
Yeah.
it's a Fritz establishment.
That's right. They may run out of alcohol
Right.
if Dan's there.
Don't worry, they got plenty of Bud Light. $345 million that they lost.
Yeah.
out on.
Laid
Not
off
to
a
get political.
lot of people. That's not political.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah,
facts.
That's ignorant marketing.
Well, you expect to mostly sell to straight white men, and you come out with this. It's
Right.
It's really just
Yeah.
not knowing your base.
Missed the target.
Well,
yeah.
knowing your base and not
Yeah.
caring, and
Yeah,
that's really
yeah.
all it was about.
Mhm. Is Bugsy still downtown? No, this is Bugsy's on Republic. Republic and Scenic Golden-ish, somewhere in there. It's
Yeah.
been a long time since I've been. But yeah. Guess what's coming up in less than 30 days?
Probably some sort of wrestling thing.
Oh. In less than 30 days, Labor Day. Trying to think of other things that come within less than 30 days.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day. Feel like I'm missing something.
I don't know.
No. What's coming up in less than 30 days, Steven? Oh, hang on. I don't want to give too much away. Okay. Real quick, back to this. Have I told you the story of my first job?
Probably.
Have I told you the story of the Carnies?
I think you've said something, but please remind.
All right.
All right.
Hang on. Let me hint. Look at the picture. Oh yeah. Duh.
Renfest?
Yes. Duh. Sorry. Now I'm blanking. It's called Jules and Roddy.
Yes.
I got it. I did it. Jules and
did.
Roddy.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of Julia, but it's not. And it's not at all Steven, but kind of Steven.
Right.
If you know, you know. Yeah, Jules and Roddy gonna be doing their. Well, it's a special and very unique presentation of a musical journey
Hmm.
down at the Kansas City Ren Fest. So, hopefully, I'll be able to get away and don't get to see it. Roddy and Jules, but thanks for giving me top billing. Yeah. Ahem. Roddy and Jules. Labor Day weekend is the start of the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. Huzzah! There you go.
Get you a flagon of mead.
Yeah,
A flagon of mead.
oh,
Uh,
I was like, what'd you call me?
you flagon mead.
Right. Okay, I'm trying to get to these comments real quick before I carry on my story. Am I crazy, or do I remember hearing something about a local Black Sabbath cover band recently? If so, I need to hit them up. Wonder if they take wee little lads like me. So I haven't heard anything about a Black Sabbath cover band. What I've heard about is musicians putting together a Black Sabbath thing. Not a band, but like tracks. Like it'll be like a local album kind of thing
Right.
with lots of people. I think my band is supposed to be doing some stuff. So yeah, I haven't heard any more out of it after I was like, yeah, we'll do it.
What was
So-
the group that opened for the Panty Droppers? They were a young group out of like KC.
Oh, I don't know. Pump 5.
Well, no, maybe it wasn't Panty Droppers. Gosh, what band was that? Was it Interrogation Point? No.
No, they're from here in town.
No. I mean, there was a band that opened that was like teenagers from
Yeah.
like maybe Oklahoma or something like
Oh.
that, or Kansas City or something. But they were like really teenagers and phenomenal. I thought that they were some sort of primarily focused. Maybe it was Metallica or Megadeth that they were covering, but I don't know.
Hmm.
Black Sabbath, I don't know.
Sure.
We get all that.
I'm going to save that one and come back to it. And I'm going to save that one and come back to it. We're picking and choosing. Flagon of mead equals a cup of honey booze. Yes,
Mhm.
that I do know. I was just teasing. Okay, so I'm going to make the story quick because
Okay.
I could draw it out and be all dramatic like other people, but I'll just get to
Are
the
you
point.
referring to me? I don't get dramatic.
No, so here's...
I do not get dramatic.
Sir. Getting stabbed by my watch. Okay, so picture it. Sicily, 1920. Oh wait, no, that's Golden Girls. Picture it. Chillicothe, Missouri, 1990. I was 14. Whatever the math is on that. 90. Whatever the math is, I don't care.
You turned 40, right?
Yeah.
14?
So it'd be 83, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97.
Okay.
So see, now wasn't that relevant to the story?
It
I'm
was.
trying to shorten?
Well,
Okay.
precision is the heart of any good story.
Agreed. And more on precision because it plays a role in this story. Okay, so 14 years old. Keep in mind, this is the 90s. We don't have anything even close to this. We don't even have home computer. Well,
We had
rich
home
people
computers.
had home computers. I did not.
Internet was really kind of something that the military only used.
Basically, yeah. And I was a farm boy at this
Right.
in this era, so
You were young,
Internet's
innocent,
was
fresh
in
off
town
the
only.
farm.
Internet's was in town only. We didn't have that on our telephones. Sorry, I need to use the internet.
We didn't even have telephones back then. We were
Right?
even-
No. Yeah.
I mean, pagers, maybe.
Yeah. So the way that we got a job back in the day was classified sections in newspapers.
Yeah.
And so that was
See,
you know,
newspapers, kids, were these papers that came to your house, and they told you things about what was going on in the world.
Yes.
Kind of like a website, but paper.
Yes. And usually, never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. Usually a bit more trusted. So, my mom's like, "You're old enough. You could be working. You know, it's the summertime. Like,
Right.
I would never ask you to work during school because school is your job. I want you to focus on school and do good in school.
Right.
Because let's face it, kid, you suck at school." And she was right. She never said that. Anyway, but so the summer I was 14, she was like, "You really need to get a job and
Right.
like experience what it's about. Like, you don't have to work 40 hours a week. I'm not asking that. Just get a little something." So I'm like, okay, let me go through the paper here. And it's like the Christmas catalogs, you know. Oh, I want
Circle
this, and I
this,
want
circle
that, and I
that,
want
yeah.
this, and that sounds good. Oh, look at that. That's $6 an hour. Money. You know, all this stuff. Anyway, one of the ones that was there was, it was 3 days.
Mhm.
Now, keep in mind, I'm 14. Mom's making me work. I don't want to work. How can I get a job and have to do the least amount of stuff?
Right.
This one's only 3 days long. I got this. It's the carnival's coming to town, and we need help.
Right.
Local help. I'm like, okay, cool. So, 14 years old. I don't drive yet. Mom takes me out to the fairgrounds. I'm trying to fast forward through this. We meet with the head carney. We'll call him Carl. Carl the Carney. I
Well,
don't know.
I think his title is King Carney.
King Carney.
King Carney.
King Carney. So I talked to King Carney, and he's like, yep. He talks like this, you know. I don't remember. But he talks like this. And, yeah, it'll do, kid. We'll put you over here at this cork gun stand right here. And it's got all these solo cups in it, and people just shoot shit out of it, and then you just give them the prize that says inside the cup. Can you read the S and the M and an L? Yeah, I can read an S and an M and an L. Okay, yeah, cork gun both gonna be good for you. Okay, cool. So he sticks me over there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, and you got to be all carny like too, you know. Got to step right up, come on in, shoot your gun, shoot your load, shoot your wife, you know, whatever." So 14 years old, and I watch wrestling like crazy. So I'm like, if you smell what these cups are cooking. I've never told this story with such tangent. Anyway, so I'm at the cork gun stand, right? And so it's got all these upside down cups that you got to shoot with your cork gun. Sorry, Taker. And it's, you know, it says large and medium and small prize. And there's just largest, medium, small prize, right? So it's pretty simple. You look in this cup and it says what prize you get. Okay, cool. Got that. And people were giving me their money for all this. And finally, like, I'm not the greatest about step right up. You know, I'm 14 and kind of shy and whatever. So I've got nobody. And I'm like, all these cups, man. I'm kind of bored. Small, medium, small. There's no larges. These guys are crooks.
Really?
So
You did not believe that people who were in the carnival were like upright, standing, truthful people?
People had always been honest with me my whole life. That was the first time the real
You know
world
what?
hit me.
There's a phrase, you'll never win the ringer. So the
Right.
thing that is what brings people in, you
Right.
absolutely have no shot to get
So now then I've determined there's no largest. So, well, first of all, I'm like, well, kind of upset that he lied, and I'm trying to have to tell all these people lies. But at the same time, that just means I don't have to go way up there and get that big old honking Pokemon or whatever
Right.
it is. So I'm like, well, I kind of feel crappy about it, you know. And I go home, and I'm sure I told my mom, and I'm sure my mom was like, well, he's your boss, you know, and you got to do what the boss says. And it was a good lesson. But so fast forward, the whole deal is they're there like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday or something.
Right.
And so we go there on the first day, and I work my 3 days. And he goes, tomorrow, Sunday, we're tearing everything down. Come tomorrow, we'll pay you Sunday. And that's how everybody gets paid, because we have
Right.
to take all the earnings from the fair, divide it up, et cetera, et cetera. I'm
Mhm.
like, sure, whatever. I'm 14 out of 9.
I remember you telling me this. story.
So we go, and keep in mind, Chillicothe doesn't have what you know here in Springfield area as the Ozarks Empire Fairground. We had somebody's pasture.
Right.
Okay. And so we go out there, and we're expecting to see like tents rolling up on semi trucks and all this. We get there, and it's like you get over this hill, and it's this flatness. And so we get over the hill, and we see nothing but grass. They're gone. I mean, I was only probably gonna make like $40, $50, but for 14 years old, I was like, man, I already had that money spent.
Right.
You know, I was like, man, I had this new game I wanted, or whatever it might have been, you know. And I was so bummed, and my mom felt so bad. She ended up paying me the $40 or whatever it was I would have made, which was not easy for her back then because I
No.
mean she was working a lot to try to raise us. But holy cow, I was like, man. So that's my carny experience, and that's
Yeah.
why I don't go to the. Why can't I point to that? That's why I don't go to the fair.
I'd be better too.
Oh, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when I was a hairstylist, all my coworkers would be like, "Hey," because I've told them the story and used to tell the story a lot to my clients, so they heard it like 3,000 times.
Of course.
And so they're like, "Hey, fair's coming to town," or I would just come in one morning and there'd be a clipping from a newspaper,
Right.
and it'd be like taped up to the mirror, you know. And so first thing I
Ozarks
see in the
Empire
morning,
Fair.
Ozark Empire. I'm like, God, and I'm like, take this dang thing. It's so funny.
But you hold no bitterness.
None.
None.
Damn.
You've
funny
healed
cake.
of that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Derek says, need to know if something happens with that. Need to be there. Yeah. Yeah, if I hear any more, I'll let you know for sure. Julie says, what you're describing sounds like one of my school kids' bands, the Zodiacs. The Zodiacs. 1990 internet had connected to universities. There you go.
Well, I was in.
I never go to universities.
I was in college in 1990.
Dang, you're old.
One-ish, 90. Yeah, and we really didn't have internet. I mean, they may have done some like basic communication stuff for like
Remember when-
offices, but it
here's-
wasn't really
I was watching
available
this.
to.
My dad back in the day, in the early 90s, mid 90s, had what was called a web TV.
Uh-huh.
So imagine a VCR, but it's like a computer.
Uh-huh.
So it hooked up to your TV basically, and that was like cutting edge back then. I watched a whole documentary on it recently. Do you know what its selling point was?
What?
Email.
Really?
You can email people. I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
We like so overlook email anymore. It's like I'll send you a text or I'll message you on Facebook.
Right.
But that was the selling point. Like,
Right.
that's wild. It's wild.
Well, my dad was and I guess this was pre-internet. He worked at a nuclear power plant,
Mhm.
and we had a modem. You know, like put the phone there and everything.
Yep.
That he could call directly to the power plant and work from home from time to time. if
Oh,
there was-
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, this was probably 5-6 years before even what they had in the early 90s. So
Wow.
yeah, my dad was always kind of cutting edge, even though it was nothing that really could apply to anybody who didn't directly need that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, we had some really cool stuff. I was always bummed that we never had an Atari, but we actually had a home computer that played games and had much better graphics than the Ataris because it was an actual computer. It had more computing power. But it
Yeah.
wasn't an Atari, so I can play the Atari games, although
Yeah.
the graphics were better, the controls were better.
Thankfully, my dad had an Atari, so we grew up with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of old, do you remember having to call a certain phone number back in the day to find out the weather and what time it was?
Yep, time and temperature.
Yeah, I'm like, holy cow. And I used to blow that up. And people, like, whenever, like, I can remember getting my own, not line, but phone, the family phone line
Uh-huh.
in my room. And that would be like what you used to call to test to make sure your phone worked was the time and temperature line.
Right.
And it's like, oh my gosh. And then I was in my freshman year of high school, and they introduced schools to where you can call in and, oh, today in Mrs. Thompson's class, Jared should have this for homework and that. And I was like, God, here he goes. And then,
Yeah.
and now, like, people just, like, text their teachers, and, you know, it's crazy.
Mm.
Yay time.
All
We're
right.
talking about being old here on the audio roast. Fair, more like unfair. Am I right? Waka waka.
Whoa.
I
That's
would agree.
fair.
I would agree. Well, look who joined us.
Mr. Jody guy.
What up, tall guy? I was just telling my mom how carnies would sell stolen cigs by the carton for $10. Crazy times. That is nuts. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Jody guy, I got to come out to your house, dude.
Dude, did you see the picture?
No,
Oh.
what was it at his room?
Yeah.
Yes.
You seen the updated?
Yeah.
I'm putting it up here because that is
Yeah.
nuts.
He's got some vinyl for me that is like stuff that is extremely rare. Greg Volz's first solo album.
Really?
Yes. A live Petra album that extremely rare. So, as he said, I probably ought to rob a bank because it's going to cost me a small fortune.
Right.
It really is. But
No,
it's going to be
just-
worth it.
Just steal some cigarettes and sell them.
That's right.
I love how I can't. Here, I'll do it the boomerang.
Oh, now, Steven.
Here, I'll let you drive.
Okay, so Steven said, if I can get down here, I don't.
If I can get down
Steven
here.
said, I meant real universities had internet in 1990. Okay. Okay,
I'm a
just because I
real
went
university.
just because I went to Arkansas Tech University, home of the Wonder Boys. Yes, the Wonder Boys.
No,
Yes.
no way. Are you serious? Wonder Boy. Is that where you got the pink underwear from that you exposed yourself
It
on
wasn't
stage
underwear,
with?
it was tights.
Even better.
No, I mean that was part of the not I wouldn't say plot, but part of the comedy relief is that the tights were pink. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was all calculated. It's not like it went out in drag. Hey guys, I had a Subway sub for dinner. Their subs don't implode.
Oh my God.
Too soon, dude.
No,
Too
it's
soon.
not. No, it's not.
Come on down. We have 3 or 4 Kings X as well. Yeah, he's got Aggression Goes to Nebraska reissue that's numbered.
Ooh.
That I really want.
Ooh.
And Miss Cindy Lucas, she says, I thought about that the other day. We used to email jokes and respond back.
Yeah.
Probably just laughing out loud because the LOL really wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah.
Now we just post memes, and keep scrolling.
Yep. And if it's good enough, save it and then post it and act like it's your own.
Mhm.
Yeah. Here's one that I also remember emailing Cindy is, do you remember I'll call them GIFs, but they were like the little glitter things. So it
You
would
mean
be like
GIFs?
a cat.
You mean
Nope.
GIFs?
Yep.
You
Nope.
mean GIFs?
I'm
you
GIFs.
mean GIFs? You GIFs.
And it would be like a cat, and it would be like all rainbowed or whatever and glittery. Yeah.
Are we switching? You hearing something out there? Okay. I'm gonna just. Okay. One sec, guys.
Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah, making sure my car's all locked up.
My phone died right as I was getting ready to put that.
Oh, you took that out of here, didn't you?
Sure did.
Okay. And Cindy Lucas says, yes. Remember recording songs off the radio with cassettes? Absolutely. You'd sit around the radio and wait for the song to come on. You'd hear the intro and it's like, turn on record. So everything in your mixtape had the first 3 seconds of the song chopped off.
Yep. And if the guy started reading the call letters to the station, you're like, shut up. Literally my first boombox, and literally what I would do that to. This literal exact piece of equipment was what I made my mixtapes from.
Mm-hmm.
Got this for my 13th birthday. Hoping it would have a tape in it, but it doesn't.
Nope.
I do still have the first CD I ever bought with my own money. Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise. Sure enough.
Show enough.
Huh?
Show enough.
Sure enough.
You want me to hit that comment?
Yeah.
All right. Remember chiseling pictures into your stone walls? Good time. Ah, yes.
Oh, the good old days.
Dad would come home on the dinosaur And we would all go out on a hunting party. We kill a woolly mammoth, and then we'd
Mom's
have
name
dinner.
was Wilma.
Yeah.
We called Dad Fred. Yeah. No, I remember those. The good old days.
Everything was black and white back then. We didn't have color yet.
Yep.
Oh man, I remember making those jokes about my folks, and now I am one of those people.
Like I said, it's funny. It's all in perspective because,
Mhm.
yeah, I remember making fun of people in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
How old they were. Oh my God. Now I'm like,
Yeah,
Not
I
that
saw a meme the other day that said, "If Back to the Future were set today, Marty would travel back to 1993."
yeah, isn't that nuts? They should do that.
Yeah.
Dedication nights on the radio. Yeah. That reminds me of Delilah.
Where'd you see that?
Right up one.
Oh. Nope. DJs always talk over the song intros. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And
There's a
dedicated
term.
nights.
There's a radio term for that, and I can't remember what the term is. But the spacing of when the song starts and the lyrics start, that time that the DJs talk, that there's a term for that. I can't remember what it is.
I know they have to do
Terry Grays would know.
like station IDs from time to time. And Marty
Maori.
Maury, we are vintage, y'all. We're not old fogies yet.
That's
I don't
right.
know.
Yeah.
I kinda-
Classics. even.
I kind of want to be an old fogey. Maybe people will just leave me alone then.
Right. All right. Let's see if I can get this thing. loaded up.
Okay.
I've got 3%.
Oh goodness, nothing's registering down there.
Oh, it won't yet.
Okay, well I'm just saying.
Although it will probably try to put me up there, so get on the ready for whenever it tries to add me.
Okay. Where are you at? There you are.
Oh.
So click over here when it.
If it pops me up, get me out of there.
Right there.
Yeah, hit remove.
Move.
Quit being a
Be a
boomer. Hit it once, be done.
Sorry, dude. Okay. That.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Okay.
go. It'll go away. All right. Now then. There you go. Now then, go over here to brand. Far right.
Far right. Brand.
Scroll down right there. Underneath there, it should pop up. Oh, it's right there. There we
Right.
go.
Right there.
Got it. Yep. I was able to do it, I guess. This is the secret room of Rewind Records. And I think it looks freaking killer.
What?
Right there.
I know it just came off of that.
Right, because you clicked it.
No, I didn't click it. I just moved it.
kind of had to.
I didn't. I just dropped it.
I love the Donkey Kong. I love all the neon. It's just every bit of that I love. That is a man cave's man cave, in my opinion. And the pinball machine on the other side of the room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does it get any cooler?
That is cool. Jody, can we come over and play?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't click that.
I know.
You did it.
I just made you think.
You jerk. Yeah. Okay. someday, Joshua Abram Poole, we will be old fogies.
Mm-hmm. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope. Steven says, yeah, plus more stuff in your wind up windows.
Your wind up
Nope.
windows. Plug more stuff.
Into your wind up. How I choose to read that.
Okay.
be able
95
to-
computer.
Just to be able to nanny boo boo.
I'm sure it'll work fine.
Everything's fine. It'll be fine.
He's referring to your computer.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It's over there struggling to play
Yeah.
Oregon Trail right now.
It has a Kickstarter.
Wheelchair chasing racing champ, right? Cheer.
Really?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Oh, can you hit
Yeah, I
your
can.
picture-in-picture thing one more time? That cooking show.
That cooking show.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we've been doing a lot of lately.
That is what we've been
And
doing.
I just want to say thanks for all your patience.
Dude.
It takes a lot to do a 10-minute video.
Yeah.
A lot.
It averages, 4 hours for us to do a 10-minute video?
Yeah.
That's
and-
because there's so much that gets cut out, like the actual
Oh my
cooking
god!
of it.
You guys would be like, "This is the worst freaking show you've ever done." If I just went upload,
Yeah. You got 4 hours? We're
Yeah.
making some
Right.
pasta.
yeah, it's crazy. And it's not that the dishes that we make are that intense. It's it's being filmed.
Yeah.
You know, so there's all the technical stuff
Set,
of it. and,
reset.
like, yes. Yeah. Oh, we need to get a picture of that, or we need to film the intro, or
Yeah.
Jared, you didn't say that sentence right, or oh, the microphone is messing up, or it's a plethora of things. But it has been a lot of fun to do.
It has.
And we've been working our butts off to try and get
We
as
have.
many in the can as we can before whatever
Yeah.
happens. And that's my segue to some of this stuff. So, Chris earlier had asked, is 7 songs in 7 days still going to come back? Also, covering covers?
Could be.
Julia says, so, are you moving with RC Flea Mart to their new place? Any news? Yes, the news is we don't know.
No, it's kind of.
We don't know.
It's kind of what I asked you tonight. It's like, well,
We were in the plans. We were out of the plans. We might still be in the plans. Who knows?
Regardless, we have had a great relationship with RC Flea
Oh
Mart.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No,
yeah.
if
Yeah, I don't want
we
that.
move, it's not going to be
Thank you for
because
saying
of
that, 'cause I'm not
anger
trying to get that
and anything
twisted.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
not at all. No, it's been wonderful. I would like it to continue to be
Yes.
wonderful.
If there's any way that we can make it work, we
Yeah.
will make it work.
Yeah. And if not, I don't know.
Can we come into your house and film?
Right. I really
Who's got a big
really
enough
don't know.
kitchen?
Yeah, I really don't know. I live in an apartment. I would be like, oh, we'll just set it up at my house and like no big deal. I live in an apartment. That's not really an option. That would be like trying to film what we do in a shoebox. It's
Right.
just not physically possible. And I live on the 3rd floor. I'm not moving all this crap up 3 floors.
No.
But yeah, I really, honestly, if we're not able to go to RC, I really don't know. I really don't know. And it really, I'm trying to like just be calm and positive and not emotional, but I'm not ready to be done. Is
No.
what I'm gonna say. So, yeah. But I hope that we find somewhere to go
Hmm.
because we only got like a month or 2.
Right.
So yeah, and it's really difficult because a lot of this is me in my own brain and thinking of what your perception watching at home might be like. We have full intent of bringing back Audio Roast, gung ho,
Mhm.
doing bigger, better, badder stuff, and I'm like, they're gonna think we're just like, yeah, we'll bring it back the whole time, or also all that cooking show stuff,
Right.
like we've been working our butts off,
Mhm.
so that when we do move, nothing changes. It's like a new episode all the time. And now I'm like, do we even bother with doing this still anymore? I mean, what are we doing? And I'm like, I'm just making myself be like, just keep going, just
Yeah.
keep swimming, just keep swimming. So if it was meant to be, it'll be, is where I'm at with things now. But I certainly hope so. That's the best I can do. That's the best answer I've got. It's Not that we're like looking to stop anything or anything like that. We want to keep the wheels on the bus. We just don't know where to park the bus.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying not to be all sappy and cry.
If there's any possible way we can continue this, we will.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun
We'll
for
find a
both
way.
of us. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you realize how freaking bored and empty my life would feel at this point if I was like if I was burnt out and done, like no big deal.
Mhm.
But I'm not. And so I'm like, I would be sitting at home like, oh my God, I should be somewhere. I should be doing something.
Yeah.
What am I going to do for the next 4 hours or 8 hours that we would normally be here at the studio? So yeah, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Not ready. Not one bit. So hopefully everything is,
Yeah.
hopefully it
Hopefully we'll find something.
works. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever, but yeah, it's put a lot of value in my life. I've enjoyed it a lot, and I taken up a lot of time, but you know, what else am I gonna do?
Well, that and just the sense of pride and like, look at what we've done.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of thankless work, and it's a lot of work that people think that they understand,
Right.
and we know that they never will. And there's nothing wrong with that. That
Mm-hmm.
we're not putting that on you. We just know how long we're here for what you see.
Yeah.
You could see a 10-minute video and go, man, that studio looks really nice, or that looks really cool. I bet you that's fun, but you have no idea. Like the
Right.
pains. Tonight before the show, for like 30 minutes, we're trying to get one cable. I know it's our thing. One cable figured out as to what was going on with an issue. It's always something,
Mhm.
and it's just the way it is.
And as, if you notice, since we've been live, hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And just how much we got going on here. What you see, your perspective, you don't see all the cables running. You don't see all the lights running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that mostly Jared's put into it. But it's.
I mean, I put in a lot of initial work with running all the lines and stuff, but at the same time, it would be hell to try to like, oh, here's a problem, and let me try to find a solution myself. Like, it is so much easier for me to be like, as the example with the cables that we have overhead, so there's nice open floor space. It would be hell to go up a ladder and like, okay, let's wiggle this, and then walk back down the ladder and go over here and see, okay, did that work? Nope. Okay, back over here, and then over here to the, like, it would be so much worse.
Right.
So it's, yes, physically, like, I did a lot of the stuff or whatever, but it's us and you that keep the train on the tracks.
Right.
So it's, yeah. Point being, we put a lot into it. We're not ready
We
to
do.
stop. That alone should mean something,
Mhm.
by the way.
And we're not replacing the audio roast with that cooking show.
No,
we
that's a good
love
point, too. Yes.
we love talking to musicians. We love finding out what's going on in the community, music community. And we both missed that. We love the games and everything. It's just
Oh man, yeah.
scheduling musicians has been a nightmare lately. And I'm not real sure why, but it's just been difficult.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, and to be fair, we haven't tried in like 3 months because
No.
we've been busy with other stuff.
yeah,
But when we were still trying, yeah, we definitely hit like a something in the road, like what the hell's going on? Nobody's saying.
yeah, it's just been like a whirlwind of a lot of things, a lot of factors. You had a lot of gigs at one point, and
Yeah.
some high profile stuff that you really had to focus on, and
Yep.
all this stuff kind of take a back seat. But that's why we try to grab smaller, more bite-sized things that we can do
Right.
more.
Yeah.
Like
and-
that cooking show. It's something that you and I can do by ourselves, not worrying about having to book.
Yep.
You can call me. It's like a couple days before. Hey, let's do it. Let's do some recording, and it's like, bet I'll be there.
Yep.
And we can get something knocked out, or
Yep.
get a couple episodes knocked out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We've been, and I've said this before, but we've been doing not one but 2 episodes at a time. Keep in mind, like Josh said, what you see in one 10-minute video is about 4 hours. So when we do 2, we're literally here for 8 hours. I'll go ahead and say one of the things that we made recently was chicken stock.
Yeah.
Simple. You put water, vegetables, and some chicken in a bucket and boil it, and you're done.
Nope.
4 hours, and we still weren't done.
Yep.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah.
The filming process, like, I'll say it now, kudos to the Food Network.
Yes.
I don't know how the hell y'all do it. Yes, I do. With a staff of 40 people.
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Yep.
It's you and me.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
And somebody's already made this pre-prepared the end product for you
Yes.
2 hours before you come on the set,
Yeah.
and they kept it in the oven. So when you pull
Right.
it out of the oven, it's ready to go.
Yep. And see, and that's the thing. And I haven't really talked about it. I guess I'll go ahead and talk about it. I would be so willing to do that. And we've talked about that a little bit. You know, like if we're making the broccoli pasta thing that we made. I mean, that's not a good example, but we'll go with it. I'm the one that has to buy all these ingredients, by the way. It's just what I do. Whatever. But I would have to buy double that. I would have to then what? Then I've got a huge batch of broccoli pasta. I'm not a leftovers guy. I'll eat it once or twice and then I'm done. And so like what am I gonna do with 8 pounds of pasta and broccoli? Like really, you know? So we're in that unique position where we've got what we're doing down pat, but it almost has to be a long process to do what we do because we don't have that staff of 40 people to help us or to help feed even, you know, that we could give some of that food to or whatever. But
could you imagine a show like America's Test Kitchen where they do all sorts of different types of recipes and try things out?
Yeah.
And how much food they use to make.
Dude,
I mean,
that's crazy, huh?
yeah.
I really couldn't imagine something like that. Yeah. That would be nuts.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, anywho.
the long and short of it is we're wanting to continue, but
There we go.
it is all kind of dependent on where our home is going to be.
Yeah. Yep. It's true. It's true. So, if you know of anywhere, give me a holler. I would like to stay with RC.
Mm-hmm.
If they would like to have us still. That may or may not be in the cards. So, got to be ready for something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't see any more comments.
There's some down there.
Is there?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Right there.
Chris says, we appreciate all you've done already. Already done.
Oh,
Thanks, buddy. Chris and I have talked a lot. Chris is, I mean, not to reveal all my cards, but Chris has a lot lately been kind of my go-to guy for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thanks, Chris, for being a friend for that. Yeah. One of the most supportive dudes I've gotten the pleasure to meet by doing this stuff.
Really?
Like, seriously, just a good dude. Never even shook his hand in real life.
Huh.
Crazy. I love that about this. That it makes us meet people that we wouldn't have met before. Even here in the studio, I can't tell. I mean, you know how many people we've had in here that neither one of us even know. And I'm supposed to like sit here and do this interview thing, and like by the time that we're all said and done, we're like, man, it's like we knew them.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. I love that about what we do, and that's the part that really that I miss. I'm not willing to give up. Barney says, y'all have worked hard to make it look awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. It's crazy. Josh and I were talking the other day. I don't know, remember if I even brought up pictures or not, but just to look at these 4 walls and what wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts. I went over at my last band practice. I was showing the guys those. They're like, I can't believe. I'm like,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we painted the floor, literally head to toe, ceiling to floor.
Yep.
Nothing in here was what it seems. Freaking wild. Being a lifelong renter, that was a first.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never like helped build something like that.
Mhm.
Like, it was wild to me. I've always just moved in some pre-existing place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it served a great purpose, these 4 walls, you know? I want to give us kudos to that, too, for being creative on how we alter things.
Yeah.
And think of all the things that we've done here and shot here. We used to use the green screen to film, you know, some funny little things here and there. We we did an artist spotlight against the curtain in front of your desk.
Uh-huh.
We would play games in front of those curtains. Then we raised those curtains recently, and now we have, you know, that cooking show. You flip over here and you see what you see now, and it's like this room is literally just 4 small walls, and we just kind of keep rotating the room to fit whatever we're filming, and it's nuts. Like, that takes creativity.
Right.
So, yeah. Dan Fritz is here.
No way.
Enough about you, Jays. I read that in my best Fritz voice.
The
Enough about you. Geez, how about that Barbie movie or the war in Ukraine?
See, we're not topical here.
Yeah. Tara's here too.
Is
Hi.
she?
Hi, guys. Shh, don't interrupt her. What's up, friends? Yeah, so how about that Barbie movie? Huh? I
Yeah.
did read that it broke some record, woman director, $1 billion or something.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I ain't
Yeah,
seen
I
it.
don't know.
I'd love to see Oppenheimer, though.
It
It was sold out when we wanted to go watch. But
I do want to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Don't want to see Barbie movie. I'm a dude.
I'm a dude.
Yeah.
It looks corny.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch it when it comes out on streaming without telling anybody. Fritzes have been spotted.
Oh yeah, it's weird that they're involved with other people's podcasts. Mm-hmm. It's not a podcast.
No.
Why?
I'm gonna get a paddle, and it'll say podcast on it. I'm gonna.
Don't put the shot collar back on, man. I don't.
Okay. I guess. Fritzes have been spotted.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah says, Julia, thinking of you. Yes,
Yeah.
big time. Not my place, not my thing, but I'll just say big same, and Steven as well, big time. Yeah. Means a lot to you. You're
Yeah,
having fun.
absolutely. Yeah, really.
I'm sure it means
Really.
a lot to you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've already spilled the beans, but if the Fritzes want to pipe in on what's new,
Yeah, you said I could say something, Tara, and I did.
we done spilt the beans, but you could respill them. We'll wait.
I bet they're already gone.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the show still sucks. Oh, I got a ha-ha, not a 78-78. Yes!
Oh, my goodness.
I'm winning. I'm winning at life. I can't click it. Our StreamYard has been so slow. Not to bring the room down, but if you want to mention it, I can. Yeah. Yeah. It's a sad part, but it is sometimes a part of life. And we are all here on the same journey. Been here for each other like family. So yeah. Chair says beans are spilled.
Yeah.
Beans are spilled. Beansies Malone, but not just. It's
Beansies Malone.
Yeah, yeah.
Beansies.
Well, I guess this is post Malone now. I saved all my best stuff for when they showed up.
When are you gonna bring it out?
Yeah, old Bugsy Fritzes. We fam.
We're
Nope, we fam.
we fan.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll let Julie if she wants to. I don't feel comfortable just putting it out there, even though she was like, oh, look who it is.
Oh, look.
Springfield, Missouri, music history. What is going on here? Are there aliens among us? When is the cook-off, guys?
Hmm.
Well,
There are aliens here among us. I'm positive of that.
Yep, let me put on my tinfoil hat. Cook-off. So we
Yeah.
talked about a little wing-off.
Yeah,
action.
maybe. Yeah, that's.
We kind of had to push that back just a little bit.
We
you
might
know,
have
there might
to,
be a
yeah.
whole move.
There's a relocation.
Yeah, you know,
gonna
you
probably
might have
happen.
to film it at the
so-
library or
yeah.
something. But you know, hey, might have to film it at Bugsy Malone's.
We could do it at
at
Bugsy's.
Bugsy.
At Bu-
At the Audio Roast.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay tuned, my friends.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Okay. We bought Bugsy Malone's. There you go. Woo, Fritz buy another bar. Yay.
Yeah.
More alcohol for them. Yay.
Man.
Oh, they're gonna share with people to pay for it. Yay. I'm joking. God, I haven't said that in 100 years. Dan, we need you to do a podcast so I can steal some more good shit. No, okay shit and make it good.
Right. You'll polish that turd.
That's right. No freebies for anyone. That's right. What do you think this is? Machine Gun
Yeah.
Stephanie show?
You mean the opening acts, big
Yeah,
freebies?
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
knew that.
Yeah. No, MGS, they getting their money.
I'm not gonna pay them.
Right? Yeah, let me read.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Don't pay the opener. Yeah. You're lucky to be here.
Yeah, it's exposure.
Right. Paid my utility bill last month with exposure. It's been awful dark lately. All right.
All right.
Josh, I'm gonna let you read this.
Okay, so Julia Lacob messaged us yesterday, and gave us a heads up on it. But essentially, my dear sweet stepson Xavier has passed away. We lovingly and jokingly referred to each other as such. He was my red-headed stepchild, and I was his wicked stepmother. Dearly loved and missed, the brightest light. I was out Ubering, and it was like,
At 3 in the morning or whatever it was.
she didn't do it at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, she
Was
did.
it? Maybe she did.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Pretty sure.
I think I remember coming in early, like,
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
8:34.
yeah. I was out Ubering, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Because it was very unexpected.
Very.
Very unexpected.
So I don't remember how old he is, Julia. So I went to a concert in Kansas City. I think it was in February. I bought my mom and my sister. We all got tickets to see the Judds, and it was obviously Naomi had already passed away. But Julia and Steven offered us, if you're going to be in Kansas City, you have a place to stay. You don't have to get a hotel and stuff. And we ended up not. Anthony was like, "We'll just drive home. I feel fine. I'm awake enough." I'm like, "Okay." But before we went to the concert, we stopped by and got to see their new house and stuff, which they were super proud of. It looks super cool. It was really well done. We got to meet him.
right.
And as soon as I got that text, I was trying to do like in my Rolodex of who's related to who and da 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 da.
Right.
Like, is that who that was? It was. So I hate hearing that. I hate hearing that for anybody, but I hate seeing my friends hurt.
Right.
You know, that's the part. I'm such. I'm not even gonna say that. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that happened. Hopefully you guys get some. Marty says, so sorry to hear that, Julia. Big hugs, hon. 28.
Okay. But as a parent, no matter how old your child is, they're always your baby.
Yeah.
And I don't
True.
care. I mean, my son's 23. If something were to happen to him, he'll always be that kid that I held in my arms.
Yeah.
Mm.
Chris Hankins says, sorry for y'all's loss, Julia. Mike says, had to run, but I'm back. Wow, you're still on live. Barely. The internet's holding out, though. Cindy says, so sorry for your loss. Trying to click on these comments, but it's being all lollygaggy. Mike says, Jared, you're kind of quiet compared to Josh. We are on the Josh Pool.
Okay,
Josh
well,
Pool show.
I'll push this back so
Right.
I don't have a whole lot. There, I can put you up a little bit. There
Oh,
you
yeah,
go.
sure. Julia said, thank you to everyone. He was a massive joker and prankster. So feel free to share your own jokey, pranky stories to enjoy the laughter. There you go. Mrs. A came back and says, oh, no. That's awful. My condolences, Julie and Steven. Oh, there's Mike McCorder. He has now finally watched The Princess Bride. Not
No,
yet,
no.
but mark it on your calendar. September 28th,
29th.
29th,
29th.
29th.
It's one of the 2 days.
Yeah, my dad's birthday is the 28th, so after that. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. I remember. What is Jared's thoughts on God? Well, refer to Joan Osborne. No, who's the one? There was
What
somebody.
if God
Yeah, there was
was
somebody that
one?
had a lyric that was like something about thoughts on God,
That's
like
tell
R.E.M. or
me,
something.
Dishwalla.
Okay.
Tell me all your thoughts on God.
Yeah.
Wow, I pulled out a
Because I'd
Dishwalla.
really like to meet him. Is that right?
Yeah, I
Something
think
like
meet
that.
her.
Meet her. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I have no thoughts on God. Next.
Hey, and
Nope, I-
Dan, we need to have our little chat on our thoughts on God.
Oh yeah. A little side cast there.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Julie says the clock is ticking for Mike. Sure enough, her. Tell me all your thoughts on God. 'Cause I'd really love to meet her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's a her. I think it's an alien.
There is the idea that aliens came to the Earth and seeded the Earth, and we're actually part alien.
I would believe that. Look at Dan's freaking forehead. He looks like one of those conehead aliens. Marty says, Mike McCorder, you're missing out on a great movie. I know, right? It's a classic. What's Jared's thoughts on aliens? They're green. And they've got big phalanges.
Well,
Oh, no.
they do like to probe.
I am your local probe expert. Tell me your thoughts on saving the whales. Save them all.
They should save themselves. This is
No.
no free ride. Those sons of bitches want to live.
Just got to swim faster than a bullet. No. Save the whales. Feed America. I know. I feel like I'm running for president all of a sudden. Don't put me on the spot. What are you doing? Mike McCorder says, by holding out on seeing it over the last few years, I have had a lot of fun and got a lot of cool stuff from someone I don't know. Yeah. You know what I have never seen? Lord of the Rings. Or any Guns N' Roses concert. So if you want to send me stuff, send me stuff.
So you know how I did the Star Wars marathon? I told you
Yes.
they're doing the Lord of the Rings marathon,
Yeah.
didn't I?
Yeah.
2 days.
There you go.
2 days. But it's got to be specific for you. It's got to be the
It's got to
extended
be the
version.
extended edition. I want to see the appendices, the whole thing. I own it all on my. Why
Me
would
too.
I mean, I'm not going to go out of my house if they're not going to show it all.
They're probably going to show the theatrical version because that's what they showed for Star Wars.
Really?
But Star Wars, you want to see the theatrical version because before George Lucas got all Disney-ish and changed
Right.
everything.
The difference is the extended for Star Wars is an afterthought. The
Right.
extended was along with,
Yeah.
and it was just chop, chop, chop.
Mhm.
Cut it shorter, 3 hours. People are going
Right.
to complain, and I'm like, I'm not complaining. I want more.
Right.
So yeah, it was done all the same.
Mhm.
Marty says, Dang it, I thought them aliens was gray.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
It might be brown. Have you ever seen E.T.?
It did look like a little shit.
And about 70 letters from all over the country badgering me to see it. Now, I want you to come on the show and show us your collection of things that you've gotten and letters that you've received.
Mm-hmm.
Does Jared think the Dirty Saints is a good band? Well, better than Boot.
More popular, anyway.
More active.
Right.
Although my favorite part about going to a Boot show is that.
Yeah.
Nobody else is doing that. And it's so simple. I'm like, I love it. I love it. Don't know why. It's effing dumb, but I love it. Done with it. Next.
Yep.
I just love it. My ADD brain loves it. Come back and do another show just so I can watch you throw paper on
Yeah.
the stage, please. I don't care what you sing about. Lord of the Rings. I just can't get through. It's just people walking and then more walking. Well, that's the story of one journey. There's a whole world out there, man. If you think Lord of the Rings is just walking, wait till you see The Princess Bride.
Oh, dude, don't make him rethink.
Say it. They do.
It's called the hero's journey
It's
for
not
a
like they
reason.
can hop in a car and
It's the hero's
have
journey
fun
for a
storming the
reason.
castle. There's a lot of walking. I'm sure I just ruined this whole thing for him. Bring a canteen. There's plenty of walking.
And it's got the new King's X album as a
Oh my
soundtrack.
God. If
You'll
you
love
thought
it. It's
Lord of the
awesome.
Rings was walking. Wait for Princess Bride. Woo.
There's even sailing in the Princess Bride.
Right? Yeah, yeah. On boats with sails.
Yeah.
No motors.
Yeah.
Not a single luxury. Marty says, Jared, come on. You ain't watched Lord of the Rings movies? What?
Well, that's not what he said.
Yeah,
He has to have the extended 4-hour versions of each movie.
that's right. No, I said that I hadn't seen it, so if they want to send me stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, he hasn't seen it.
I've never seen it in my life. Ever. I have nothing Lord of the Rings related
Mm-hmm.
at all. So send it.
Yeah.
Chris says, Sammy Hagar says aliens are real, so they're real. In the words of the late, great Donnie Baker, state law. And another one, good one gone.
Mhm.
It's fun. He's one, too, that he got me. Like, the hair and the whole look. Like, I thought he was kind of playing a character.
Right.
And he was probably just like this, normal talk.
Mhm.
He was like, not. You would have
Really?
thought he was like a CEO of a business or just some, kind of moderately to-do person, like avid golfer or something.
Mhm.
Clean cut as it gets, just the whole thing was all get up. I
Yeah.
didn't know that until after he passed. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Crazy to me. I just went to Justin Wilson. What's he always say? Not Donnie
guarantee.
Baker. Donnie Baker.
Oh,
Um,
state law.
yeah, there was another one like that. He said, it's not I guarantee it. It's
I swear to God.
I swear to God it is. Yeah. Yes, Sammy Hagar says, some kind of alien pokes through an opening. Love comes walking in. Or something like that. I don't know. Oh, God. You see what he's doing to me?
I see what he's doing to you. He's stirring stuff up, isn't he?
Mhm. Chris Palmer or Kristen Ward.
I've never heard of these two.
Yep, never heard of him.
Uh-uh.
I like Kristen Palmer, and I like Chris Ward. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll be Tara.
They each have their own uniquenesses and voices, and they bring their own thing to the table.
Oh, wait.
They bring their own thing to the table. They're both great. You're not gonna get me with that one, Dan.
But come on, you gotta have some sort of opinion.
Well, okay, then I picked Donnie Baker. Okay.
I'm not trying to make this easy on you.
Marty says, Richard has the extended sets. You might ask him. Yeah, Marty, I'm totally kidding. I had it on VHS, then DVD, and now Blu-ray. Extended. Yeah. Thing. Huge fan. Huge.
You also tried to watch that Rings of Power bull crap.
What's that?
You also tried to watch that Rings of Power bull crap.
I did. I did watch it all. And it was bullcrap, but it
Yeah.
was enjoyable bullcrap to me. I mean, I'm not going to get into all that.
Yeah.
I went into with the expectations of exactly what I got, and I came out okay.
Yeah.
If I would have been like everybody else, like, well, this isn't. Yes, I would have been upset, but I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah.
Tara says, except for the nasal sound, your Tara was spot on. Yeah, see? Yeah, especially this part.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on, I only got one. I'll have to go sideways. Okay.
That's
Well-
a little small. That's better.
we should have booked more guests. Is the problem?
That's right.
This isn't a bad look, is it? Shut up, Josh.
I've had weird feelings, man. Weird feelings.
Something came up.
After you sent me that picture of you in the shower today.
Oh my God.
Are we going to talk about this?
Are we? No. Well, we got to now because now you made it sound
Okay.
way worse than what it is. It was from like here up.
I couldn't really tell. All I saw was a mustache and a steamy camera photo.
Okay, now I gotta freaking upload the damn thing. If I showed it to you, I might as well show the whole internet, right?
Right.
I guess I didn't save it.
No, I've got it on mine.
I'll pull it up from there.
Okay.
Probably your wallpaper.
It's in a file that's labeled the Spank Bank.
Oh my God.
Okay. You just want me to send it to you? You got it?
No, I got it.
Okay. And somehow I feel that picture you had already had prepared.
No, I literally
You
took it
know,
right then. Yeah. I sing too, Dan. What about me? I swear I clicked that.
Yeah. I told you they're jumping off.
Yeah. Jared, adjust the camera. Okay, but I can only do it from one side. All right. Chris says, I can make your boobs seem way bigger, Jared. I got small hands. Why am I thinking of Scary Movie all of a sudden? Or Scream, or whichever one of those things it was. Okay, you ready for this?
Ready.
There you go. There's me in the shower. I can't get this comment off of there. There you go. Josh messaged me. He's like, hey, we going to the studio tonight to do some audio roasting? And I was like, sure. And I said, I'm pumping up the jams right now. I was listening to 90s dance music while I was taking a shower. And I felt like I just had to prove it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Steamy.
You still can see the mustache, though.
Yeah, you can make on a mustache.
Nothing can mute that.
Nothing can mute that step. Okay. Here we go. Here's another one. Dan says, Josh Poole or Sawyer Ricard? I got an answer for you on that one. My boy Josh Poole, I love you. But Sawyer?
Oh, my God.
Fuck, you're hot. No. I don't know. It's based.
Yeah.
It's based. Does it matter? Oh! That was my Dan.
I would choose Sawyer. He's dreamy. I swear.
He
can I
is
say?
dreamy. He's very dreamy.
Pretty boy.
Pretty boy.
My question is what are you guys drinking?
Yeah.
I mean,
And why are you drinking alone? This
Right.
is obviously what's going on.
absolutely.
They're trying to one up each other.
So are you okay? Let me ask this: Marty's or Bugsy's? Ooh.
I like it. Let me just adjust this little camera here. Oh yeah, look at all that Lord of the Rings stuff right up there. See, I might be in Lord of the Rings a little bit.
Down, down, down.
You're welcome. That'll be in your head. Is that better?
Wait a sec. Hold still. Hold still.
Oh wait, it looks like I had a.
You can't do that on no audio podcast.
All right. What are we doing with our lives, and what are you doing with yours?
That's called forced perspective. That's how hobbits.
That's right. That's how
filmed.
hobbits are made.
That's how come I'm so short. It's all forced perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not really like.
Yeah.
Here's literally me sticking my arm out at the same height of my head. It's got to be forced.
I really do look hobbitish here.
You what?
I look hobbitish here.
You do.
I do.
Tara says, I choose you, Joshua. Front porch beer drinking. There you go.
Stick around. We're gonna wrap this thing up. I'm coming over.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Might as well.
And yeah.
Dan, I need what y'all's drinking. Wowza. Yeah, we know how to party over here. There we go. Dang it. Marty's for now, said Dan. How can I not click this comment? A TENS unit giving me electrical jolts and a Dr. Pepper. Not much happening here. Speaking of jolt, do you remember those Jolt Cola drinks?
Oh yeah.
That are supposed to be like the most caffeine. I don't know whatever happened to them, but maybe they did. And maybe they're pulled.
I think they were pulled. I think they.
I think it flopped. That foil ball looks like it's seen some things.
It just
Oh,
did.
let me pull this hair up.
Yeah.
Hobbitses. Bring it. All right. Well.
All right.
Look at
Well.
the time. We're
Hey.
Oh, hang on. I gotta. Oh, I gotta.
Uh,
So many things we gotta do. We're doing it so old school today. I've got to run way across the room. See, back in the good old days, audio roast used to be this perfectly polished thing.
yes.
Not anymore.
We are out of time, ladies and gentlemen.
Fresh out of new underwear and time. In that order.
Mm-hmm.
Dan says used to work overnight on job sites drinking Jolt Cola. Really? Is that what kept you up, or did it not work for you? I don't remember. I mean, I'm sure I drank them because it was the 90s. You couldn't escape stuff like that and Surge and etc. I remember drinking Surge more than I remember Jolt, but I don't remember it being like, oh my God, this is like so much. Like nothing was like that. So let me know what your experience was, Dan. Steven says, Julia. I'm sorry, Jolt Cola. No, I choose to read Jolt Cola from now on as Julia Cobb.
Yep.
Um,
Julia Cobb was twice the caffeine and real sugar.
and that's how
That is
this-
actually quite fitting,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And Steven says I bought it 224 at a time. Oh, 224 packs, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarah says, love you guys. Night, y'all. See you soon. Had to have it shipped in a crate. Good Lord, junkie. And Chris says, the way I remember Jolt was it had a bad aftertaste. Yes, I do kind of remember that. Something about the chemicals and whatever they used to be able to make it have that much caffeine. Yeah. And see, and it was a dark cola, if I remember right, too. Where Surge was like more of a Mountain Dew, like that greeny,
Right.
neon, drink your balls kind of color. You ever hear that? When I was in middle school, they used to always say that. Yo, number 5, it'll make your balls shrink. So that's what. Oh, anyway, we're out of time. Julia says, if you go over to Dan and Tara's, get video of him saying my name, Julia Leka. It's been so long since I've been on the show, I don't remember how he said it now. Julia Leka.
We'll do that.
Yeah. Haven't heard it in a long time. Miss A says, have a great week, guys. You too, Miss A. In case you weren't here, I know you were doing some cooking earlier. That cooking show on YouTube is what Rock and Roll Recipes is transformed to. So, check it out. Check it out now. Josh is going to hit that big old space bar on the left side. Nope, not that one. Hit it again. On the laptop. There you go. Final thoughts. Mike says, adios. Love you. Julia says, Dan. In recent fashion, I'm going to start with Josh. Josh, do you have any final thoughts? Nope. All right, I've got final thoughts. Hug the ones you love. You never know. You never know. And, yeah. Be there for the people that are there for you. Love you guys. Love you to the Cobb family. Thank you so much for sticking around. And hanging out with us for 2 hours, like the good old days. It's been fun, and we'll hopefully see you next week or something. Bye.